Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp-Dressed Gaming, and today we're back with Sharp-Dressed VGC. Now we are going to be using the same team. This is the final time we'll be using the Sceptile team. I didn't have a chance to fix the Aegis Slash because, you know, same excuses, different day. But let's just jump right in here and see if we can win the last two battles or not. We're sitting at 1597 right now, you know. Same old testing of new teams bringing us back down. Not that we're getting that high anyway, but you know. And of course we're going to take 500 years to find anybody, so you know. Typical battle spot, Sharp-Dressed VGC nonsense. Someday we'll find an opponent though. But for now, I guess we're just going to talk. How are you guys today? Pretty good. So I think next... Oh! Never mind, here we got Savan, 1558 from Japan. With, I haven't not seen a Latios in a long time, and also a Garchomp. A Mawile, I'm assuming it's the Mega, Cress, Talonflame, and Rotom Wash. Now, this looks like it could be a Tailwind and Trick Room team. Tailwind on the Talonflame or the Latios. He does have two dragons, which makes me want to bring Sceptile. And it's also good for the Rotom, but then it's weak to the Mawile and the Talonflame, and Cress, for the most part, carries Ice Beam. So what I think I can do to start off is lead with a Sceptile and... actually Rotom. I was going to say Clefairy, but I can just lead Rotom because it threatens both the Mawile and the Talonflame. And then we can also go with, I think... Milotic will be really nice here. That I do. And I could go Aegis Slash for the Cresselia or the Tyranitar. And I think the Tyranitar will be the best play. So let's go with the confirm on that. Really the only thing Tyranitar has to look out for is the Mawile and the Rotom Heat, kind of. Garchomp a little bit, but not as much. Not as much as you'd think. So Savan here is going to challenge us. We're going to lead with the Rotom and Sceptile. And let's see what he leads with. As long as it's not Mawile and it's Rotom and Garchomp, which is actually kind of nice. So all I need to do is Mega Evolve and Protect. Now the thing is, he could double into my Rotom. He could, but I don't know that he can't. Well, I don't know what I was trying to say. I can just switch my Rotom out actually into Milotic. Yeah, that'll be perfect because then I can just Ice Beam Garchomp and Energy Ball the Rotom Wash. So there we go. And he actually withdraws the Rotom Wash, fearing the Sceptile, probably bringing in Mawile. Cress. Okay. Actually, I would have preferred the Mawile because we got the competitive boost, but we see the Cresselia, so that could be problematic. But I'm just going to protect with my Sceptile. We'll see if this is a Choice Scarf Garchomp. Dragon Claw into the Sceptile. Alright. Well, Sceptile doesn't really need to be here then, so I'm going to bring in the Tyranitar to start dealing with Cress, and then I can just... I could Ice Beam the Garchomp, but... You know what? I think Garchomp's gonna leave, actually, because he's afraid. And he might bring in Rotom. So I'm gonna actually Energy Ball where Garchomp is and switch Milotic out for Tyranitar, expecting the switch from the Garchomp. We do see my Milotic go first, but of course it is Choice Scarf. It's made to outspeed a lot of stuff. And this Garchomp might not be Choice Scarf. It could be Life Orb or Lumberry, which is starting to be the typical Garchomp in VGC. Oh my, he actually is Choice Scarf. Do we live that? We do not. Boy howdy, that was not a good play. Alright. And he actually sidekicks that turn, so Tyranitar got a free switch in, if that counts for anything. But now, we're in a predicament. Let's bring the Milotic back in here. Let's bring that back in here. Rotom Wash is now going to be a bother because we don't have our Sceptile anymore. Our Sceptile took care of a lot of that team, so it's going to be pretty bad. But I have not written anything down, of course. We see the Garchomp, we see the Rotom, and we see the Cress. So we are just looking for one more thing. So really, the Sceptile really only helped against the Rotom. And we're seeing that this is most likely a Choice Scarf Garchomp, because I don't think Garchomp naturally outspeeds Mega Sceptile. Since Mega Sceptile does outspeed things like Mega Salamence, which I think are faster, so... But does a Choice Scarf Milotic outspeed a Choice Scarf Garchomp? I don't think so. It's made to outspeed Choice Scarf Adamant Landorus, which aren't... They're fast, but they're not super fast, so... So we'll probably still see a... Yeah, I was assuming kind of a switch there, and here comes the Rotom. Yep. That's the play I needed last time, not this time. Well, we're going to get the Ice Beam off now into a resisted Pokemon, unfortunately. And we see the Psychic from the Crest into the Milotic. Does a nice amount. Critical hit, actually. I was trying to think. We actually see a Citrus Berry from the Crest, too. This is not going good. Not at all, not at all. And I'm assuming this Rotom's actually going to burn my Tyranitar this turn. Which isn't good at all, really. Leftovers of Rotom. Well, this time I'm actually going to Ice Beam the Crest. Maybe Garchomp will come in there. And I think a Rock Slide would be nice. Yeah, let's Rock Slide. See if Crest does in fact switch out. He's probably going to Will-O-Wisp again, my Tyranitar. So he does stay with Crest. I was kind of hoping Garchomp would come in that spot to take the Crunch. We get the crit, actually. And Rotom actually sets up the Reflect instead of just burning, so... Kind of a different Rotom here. We see another Psychic come from Crest. It shouldn't do as much as last time because, again, it was a crit. But he does get the Special Defense drop, but that does mean I get the competitive boost. Unfortunately, there is a Rotom on the field, which is super effective to me, and Crest actually avoids. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you for that. Milotic's going to get hit by some sand, so is Rotom and Cresselia. So there's that. And of course, Rotom has the leftovers, so just two really bulky, annoying Pokemon. Crest is almost dead, so Rotom is really our only problem right now. What was our last Pokemon? Rotom Heat, which cannot... Well, it can kind of deal with a Rotom, but not as good as it can deal with us. So I think I'm just going to focus a Crunch on it, because this Ice Beam hopefully takes out this Cresselia, considering we got the competitive boost. Here it goes, and I fully expect the Rotom to take out my Milotic this turn, which... Actually, Hydro Pumps, so it's probably going to try... It Hydro Pumps my Milotic, which does actually take it out. Maybe he doesn't carry Thunderbolt? I don't know why he didn't just Thunderbolt, but it does take out Milotic, which is going to be bad because that means that Garchomp's going to be able to come in here and probably clean up pretty easily. But, that being said, I don't know that it can. Just because it either has to Earthquake or Rock Slide. And it's going to be choiced into either one of those. And actually, now that I say that, well, I'm going to Thunderbolt the Rotom. Hopefully we outspeed it. I'm not expecting to, but here's to hoping. And we're going to Crunch the Garchomp. Garchomp's probably just going... Actually, he withdraws. So he might be Rock Sliding here. It actually brings in the Mawile, which will give us the Intimidate drop. Unfortunately, now it's Tyranitar, so this isn't looking great for us. He actually has Rock Tomb on this Garchomp instead of the Rock Slide, so we will live it with a critical hit, actually. And then we get our Citrus Berry as well. Our speed is down, so that other Rotom will probably be able to outspeed us now. And we are at -1 with Tyranitar, which is never good. But we get a Thunderbolt off on this Mawile when it's still Mawile. Not enough to knock it out, unfortunately. But we go for the Crunch on the Garchomp, and it does close to nothing. So that's probably going to end our lives right now. I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp with the Rotom into the Garchomp spot. Probably another Rock Tomb, but I don't know that it'll take us out. And actually, I can just Earthquake here with the Tyranitar, though I think this... No, my Tyranitar should not be outsped by this Mawile, because I think it's supposed to be a Trick Room Mawile, so... Though it probably won't do too much damage, seeing how much the Crunch did to a Garchomp, and we are intimidated, so... We do see Sucker Punch. That's... I was kind of hoping would also happen, but he does actually just double target the Rotom and takes us out with the last Rock Tomb. So we don't get that Will-O-Wisp off from this Garchomp, so... But he is choiced. He is Choice Scarfed into a Rock Tomb, so... Kind of strange seeing Choice Scarf Rock Tomb Garchomp on a Trick Room team, but I guess it's working, so... What can you say? I can't really do anything to it, but then again, it can't really do anything to me. We do see this Rotom come in, which can do something to me, unfortunately. We can always hope for the miss, but I doubt that will happen. I'll just go for Rock Slide to get double damage here. He does go for the Rock Tomb, of course. He is choiced into it. Gets the Speed Drop, which always happens. Hydro Pump does connect. Can we live one with the Assault Vest? We do live one. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll live a Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb does have a chance to miss, but we've already seen that I'm doing absolutely nothing to this Garchomp, so actually get a critical hit in the Rotom, not that it mattered. And once again, oh, the Reflect is up. I completely forgot that was up. That's why we've been doing so little. Oh boy, howdy. I mean, we're gonna die to Rock Tomb, so that is going to end up being the game, because unfortunately I let the Milotic go down. Actually went down to a Hydro Pump, so there's a chance we could have came out of that one, but unfortunately we did not. So we are going to move on to the next game here and hope for the best, but you know what we do here. Hopefully we can pick up a game a little bit faster this time and get a shining victory for the last battle for this team. And by the way, the team in the party box is not going to be the team we're going to use next week. It's kind of terrible, so I'm just going to I'm going to fix it up with different Pokemon and see how it works out that way. But it will be a Trick Room team close to that one. We are sitting at 1579 now after that battle, and we find Shiro from Texas, 1504, United States. See if we can pull victory on this one. I'm not expecting it, to be honest. It's because we see a Kangaskhan, a Breloom. We actually see a Relicanth. Not something I've ever seen in VGC. Relicanth. Togekiss. What's this thing called? Heatran? Heatran and Sableye. Now, I kind of question if the Sableye is Trick Room, just seeing the Relicanth, but I mean, you can use Kangaskhan and Heatran in Trick Room, but it just doesn't look like a Trick Room enough team for Sableye to need it. Now, I'm assuming Kangaskhan is the Mega, but there's always the possibility Sableye is as well. Sceptile really doesn't do much here, except for against the Relicanth. It can Hidden Power Rock the Togekiss. I actually wanted to put Hidden Power Ice on the Sceptile. Shoot. Because that would help here with the Breloom. And we can always Dragon Pulse, Breloom, Sableye, and Kangaskhan. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I mean, Milotic wouldn't be terrible here either. You can get some Ice Beam, some Icy Winds. But I think... what do I think? Not much, really. Rotom Heat wouldn't be bad. I think we can lead Clefairy and Milotic, and then let's go Rotom Heat and Sceptile, and let's do that. We will have to conserve our Milotic, which I know I'm terrible at, but I'm going to try and do. We can Ice Beam, Breloom, and Togekiss, and Hydro Pump or Scald the Heatran. So we need to be sure of his full team, and we can also Scald Relicanth because it's neutral. We need to be sure of his full team before we let Milotic go down. So we see Sableye Togekiss, which is not bad. I'm assuming like a Fake Out or something. I'm just going to protect with Clefairy, and oh, I can't protect the not Sableye, Milotic. I could lock myself an Icy Wind. I don't know that I want to. What can this Sableye do to my Milotic is a question. Does Sableye get Swagger or does it only get Confuse Ray? I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to Ice Beam the Togekiss. Togekiss actually protects, so both of our Follow Me Pokemon actually protect this turn. What does Sableye go for is the question. Taunt, maybe? Yep, he tries to taunt my Clefairy, but no cigar. I'm just going to Ice Beam the Togekiss now. I'm actually just going to Moonblast here, expecting the Sableye to taunt, and then I'll Ice Beam. I could Follow Me this turn, but I think Togekiss is going to be afraid enough that it's going to want to switch out, and then Sableye will try and taunt the Clefairy again. So I can just double attack the Sableye and hopefully knock it out this turn. Oops, Togekiss actually stays in. Sableye does, of course, get the taunt off, and we go for the Ice Beam into the Sableye. We could have hit the Togekiss with that, but Togekiss just goes for Dazzling Gleam, so it's not a huge deal that we didn't attack it. We're going to get a Moonblast off in the Sableye as well, which going to do a nice amount. Not enough to knock it out, but more than we were doing. So I'm just going to Moonblast Sableye again, and let's go for another Ice Beam into Togekiss. It can protect this turn, but I don't know that it will, seeing that I just Ice Beamed the Sableye. He's going to actually follow me, so either way we would have attacked it. And Sableye is going to actually go for the Recover this turn, so just trying to be annoying, but Togekiss is now getting hit by an Ice Beam, which it's not going to appreciate. It's not going to knock it out, unfortunately, so it will take the Moonblast as well. And Sableye is still going to be around, though we've seen Taunt and Recover, so I don't know that I can really do anything too annoying right now to my Milotic, so I'm not too worried about it, really. So I think I can just keep going for that. Moonblast on the Sableye. And I might as well Ice Beam it too, because I think I'd knock it out this turn if both hit the Sableye. And then if Togekiss wants to follow me, fine. It doesn't follow me this turn, and it also doesn't protect, so it might be Dazzling Gleaming. He actually goes for the Tailwind. So Sableye we see is going closer to the end, probably last. He does go for Foul Play. He does outspeed Clefairy. I think my Clefairy might be my Trick Room Clefairy. I don't think I ever fixed it. Not that it's a big deal. Moonblast should do a nice amount, almost knocking out the Sableye, and Clefairy's Taunt actually does wear off. It does actually wear off. Expecting another whatever I just did, or whatever Togekiss just did. Recover, that's what I'm trying to say. He actually withdraws the Sableye this turn. Does the Togekiss protect? Because I Helping Hand Ice Beam the Togekiss. Although Kangaskhan taking that wouldn't have been bad. He doesn't protect, or actually he could. Helping Hand does go before protect. Togekiss actually does follow me, so kind of perfect, honestly. And we see the Ice Beam come out from the Milotic. He could think I'm Choice Specs just because I've only done that. Oh wow, it doesn't kill. Oh wowie. I'm just going to let Clefairy protect this turn. And I'm going to bring in the Rotom Heat. Kangaskhan's probably going to fake out my Milotic, considering it's the only thing that's really been damaging anything. So Rotom Heat will be taking it, and I think Rotom will take it just fine. Again, I need to save the Milotic just in case there's any kind of Heatran in the back. Togekiss does protect, so I was hoping it wouldn't roost, so that's fine. We gotta protect, we gotta follow me, and a Tailwind. Tailwind is still up, we have to remember. He actually just goes straight for Double Edge into Rotom. We should live that with Citrus Berry. Critical hit on the first one, that doesn't help our case any. Well, we've seen Protect, Follow Me. Oh, he doesn't have Roost, so it's because it's Dazzling Gleam for his last one. So damage by recoil, unfortunately, and Clefairy's going to have to follow me so we can get a Will-O-Wisp off on this Kangaskhan. This could be a Protect Kangaskhan since it didn't fake out. He's going to go for the Power-Up Punch into the Clefairy. So he will be back to neutral with this Will-O-Wisp. But he probably thought he could get a free knockout off on the Rotom Heat, since I don't think I've used Follow Me yet with Clefairy. Rotom Heat does resist the Dazzling Gleam here. So I'll get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Kangaskhan, making him a little more useless. Though he can just Power Up Punch again, and I believe it's still equal to having a +2 Kangaskhan. Not that it really matters because we do have a choice card for Milotic. And actually, what I can do here is just follow me and discharge, because I'm assuming Kangaskhan is going to knock out Clefairy if he doesn't power up punch it. Yeah, we're just going to go for another follow me, and I'm going to discharge. Again, Kangaskhan could have Protect for all I know, since he didn't fake out, but he also could have just felt confident going for the double edge. Yep, we do have Protect Kangaskhan on the field here, so we might unfortunately knock out our own Clefairy. But that's just something you have to deal with when you're using Discharge or Rotom Heat. If Clefairy does live this, it'd be nice. Oh yeah, we do unfortunately paralyze our own Clefairy, but what are you going to do? We do knock out the Togekiss, though, with the useless critical hit. So we see Sableye, Kangaskhan still left. Kangaskhan is down to half, which is nice, so if he does end up double-edging either Sceptile or Milotic, he'll probably knock himself out, though I'm sure he'll... Oh, we do see Heatran, so good thing I kept Milotic around, because we all know Sceptile couldn't do it. So I'm going to just follow me with Clefairy, and once again, let's Discharge, or sorry, Thunderbolt. No, Discharge should be fine. Discharge should be fine. We might see Protect from Heatran or a switch from either one of these into the Sableye. Clefairy gets to follow me off, which is absolutely perfect. Kangaskhan goes for another power-up punch. I don't know that he'll be able to live this turn. And if he would have just double-edged the Clefairy, he could have knocked it out. Heatran might go for Heat Wave, though, which could knock out my Rotom. But Rotom goes first anyway, so we get a Discharge off. It'll knock out Clefairy. It doesn't knock out the Kangaskhan, unfortunately, but do we get a... Yep, we get the paralysis on the Heatran. That's all you can really ask for. And Heatran actually gets paralyzed this turn, so we still do have Rotom Heat out on the field. And Kangaskhan is going to take a little burn damage, and I'm going to be able to bring in Sceptile here. I'm able to bring in Sceptile here. I'm going to Mega Evolve and protect my Sceptile, expecting maybe a... What's it called? Sucker Punch from the Kangaskhan. And I'm going to actually switch out my Rotom into Milotic. Just because, not that I don't think my Rotom can't take a Heat Wave, because it's a little iffy depending on how the Heatran's trained. But Milotic will easily take a Heat Wave. And I'm assuming all power is going to be focused on Sceptile, just because it's my only full health Pokemon and it is my Mega, so it's a little scarier for him. I could have just went for Discharge and an attack, but again, I think a Sucker Punch will take us out since he is +6. Yep, he went for Sucker Punch, perfect. Heatran actually goes for Flash Cannon into the Milotic, also a resisted hit. It would have been resisted by Rotom as well, but being single target. Does that take out Kangaskhan? No, he lives still. So I think I can just switch Sceptile again into Rotom. Do I want to do that? Yeah, switch Sceptile into Rotom. And Milotic. Milotic's going to Scald the Heatran. I'm afraid because Kangaskhan, I think, is going to be able to knock anything out he wants with a Sucker Punch. Heatran actually gets paralyzed, so he's trying to go for Protect, so yes, he did Sucker Punch where Sceptile was. So we do get the lucky paralysis there on the Heatran, able to get a Scald off. It doesn't kill it, unfortunately, and Kangaskhan does go down to the burn. So see Kangaskhan drop. Heatran is here, and it really can't live. It's at probably 1 HP, as well as the Sableye. I'd rather just focus on the Sableye right now. So I am just going to Thunderbolt it. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. Let's Thunderbolt Sableye and Scald Sableye as well. Just because Heatran, again, not a problem. Sableye is because it's going to recover. Now, Heatran... Probably Heat Wave here, or Flash Cannon, maybe Earth Power. I don't know what moves it's running. We have seen Flash Cannon and Protect, but Sableye is actually going to go down here to do the double attack Scald Thunderbolt into it. Whew. So not that the paralysis mattered on the Protect, because the Heatran did live. And really all we needed was the Kangaskhan to Sucker Punch where the Sceptile was really the only thing we needed to win there. So I'm going to Thunderbolt Heatran and Scald it. Sceptile doesn't really get to do anything, but Milotic, see, that's what happens. If you keep Milotic around, it actually works. You just can't be a fool with your Milotic. And the Scald is going to be able to take out the Heatran and end the game. So we do get the final win against a very scary-looking team there. Yeah, I don't really think my opponent really messed up too much, other than the Kangaskhan Sucker Punching where Sceptile was. Because I don't think Sceptile could really do much to his team, whereas Milotic could. So that's just my little point out for them. But thank you guys so much for watching again. We'll be having a new Trick Room team next week, so be looking forward to that. Or on Wednesday, actually, is when it's going to be up. So be looking forward to that, and we will see you next time. Bye!